And welcome back to the Ruby Tuesday. My name's Ruben, and this is my movie review for Orphan First Kill. It's a movie that comes out to cinemas locally in the UK, Paramount Plus around the world, I think. Also, cinemas in the US. It's coming to multiple platforms, so you should be able to find it wherever you are, hopefully. If you're a fan of this, the original, then 2009 to watch a prequel, kind of just setting up the world and where it leads to. The family. Isabelle Fuhrman, I think I'm pronouncing her name right, returns as Esther, amazingly, and we get to see her origins that starts with this amazing breakout. Now, first I should say, I'm not sure this film needed to be made. Mostly, I just want to get this kind of moan out the way. Mostly because if you've seen the original, then you know where the character ends up, which means there's kind of no real danger for our character because we know our character needs to survive because it's the same character that's in the next movie. So really what you're in the ride for when you're watching this just to see the kills, the horror. And unfortunately, it doesn't feel like a horror for me once we get out the psychiatric hospital. Now, the best bits of the movie for me was that opening, that escape. That was really fun. Creative, had some creepy moments, some horror moments, but once we get into her pretending that she is the daughter of this other family, then things go awry. Now, there is a twist that you probably might not see coming, or you might see coming, and it becomes a psychological game for the rest of the movie. And it's a bit creepy, it's a bit weird, has a different vibe. The filming of it is weird as well. It's super graining, like it's filmed with film, which is fine, but then also has a sort of milk effect over it. I guess they're trying to establish a sort of tone in the movie, and that was fine. I just didn't think you needed it. I think it's filmed well. The acting is fine. You know, it's good in parts. There are moments when I was just amazed at the special effects. It's not even special effects for this character, Esther, the Esther character, I just want to get her name right, Isabelle, because she herself in interviews has said that they didn't use CG, they didn't use some special effects makeup, and how they did it really kind of freaked her out. And then she didn't say how they did it. So let me know in the comments below if you know how they did it. I do think that the de-aging process, that the magic that they used in this film worked really well for this film. I think it did well for what it needed to do. There is mystery to be had in here, and the set pieces are fun to watch, but I just found myself not caring for any of the characters, not rooting for any of them. In fact, I was rooting for the bad guy for most of it, and that just made me feel bad. So the family I didn't really care about. The main character I didn't really care about. At the end of the day, when I got to the end, I said, yeah, it's the purpose of this movie. This just always comes down to prequels when you have pre-established characters that are already existing. It's a fairly well-made film. It doesn't have the presence that it once... there's no horror. At no point was I like on the edge of my seat or holding my breath when there is a kill or violence. I'm like, yeah, that was fairly creative, but nothing wows me. It doesn't do anything massively creative. There are a couple of twists and turns, but I was just sighing most of the way through the film. It's an interesting, weird film in parts. I just don't know if I can justify the existence of this movie, because money is probably the reason, and the existing franchise or the existing movie, they're trying to capitalize on that. I get it. But again, after having watched it, I'm just like, meh. It's not a film I think I'll ever go back to watching again. In fact, I would rather go watch the other horror movie that's dropping this week called Glorious on Shudder. Much more interesting for me. I think some people will find enjoyment out of it. I don't know that anybody will find it scary, thrilling in parts. And I give this 2 Nicolas Cages out of 5. Because of the set pieces and the acting, it gets a 2. Other than that, I would have even given it lower. Let me know your thoughts down below. Did you enjoy the original? What is your favorite type of horror like this for this type of genre? There are another 2 movie reviews for you to watch. But most of all, until next time, remember, live long and choose.